This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Thursday, the 24th of August. I'm James Spann. Hey, it's hot. Hottest week of the year rolling along. We do expect a nice break next week. We'll see the return of a few isolated storms over the next few days, a better chance of showers and storms early next week. And could we have a tropical storm in the Gulf of Mexico early next week? Many things to talk about today, but let's begin as we typically do with the upper air look across the country. And yeah, buddy, big old expansive upper high centered all the way from the Rockies into the southeast United States. Visible satellite view. Got a field of cumulus clouds. So far, we see no storms in progress across Alabama. We are going to mention the chance of a few isolated storms through about 9 or 10 o'clock tonight, but most places will stay dry. Heat levels, we've got 91 at Coleman. That's not that bad, really. I mean, 220. Of course, they'll inch up a little bit in coming hours, but again, you can see 95 in Birmingham, 93 for Anniston, Tuscaloosa, 98. Mobile, 98, Dothan, 94. Temperatures, again, mostly in the 90s, and we'll see numbers like this through the weekend, but then next week, heat levels come on down. And most of the state with heat advisories or excessive heat warnings, a few counties with nothing, but understand everybody, it's just hot. And again, the heat bubble expands up to parts of the Midwest and the southern Great Lakes. On top of the heat ridge, we've got a chance of severe storms over parts of the high plain states around the Great Lakes. And we do note there is actually a marginal risk extending into the northeastern corner of Alabama, from near Weiss Lake up to about Mentone and Chattanooga. And any storms that happen to form there could pack a punch. But again, most places will be dry tonight. Tomorrow, we got a marginal risk of severe storms north of the state from the central plain states over to the middle Atlantic coast. And on day 3, Saturday, we're in the green, but no organized severe weather is expected. There could be a few isolated storms on Saturday, but probably not that many. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days, valid through Thursday morning of next week, and the numbers are coming up. And again, we do expect to see a marked increase in the number of showers and storms early next week on Monday and Tuesday. Rain amounts 1 to 2 inches for South Alabama, generally under 1 inch for the northern counties of the state. And yes, the tropics are active. So we have Tropical Storm Franklin just east of the Bahamas. We have the ghost of Emily, which is number 1 there. That's moving northward through the middle of the Atlantic. And number 2 is Invest 92L in the central Atlantic. And number 3 is a disturbance that's over Central America. And obviously that's the one we're going to focus on. The National Hurricane Center now giving this a 60% chance of becoming a depression or storm over the next 7 days in the Gulf of Mexico. This is the probabilistic outlook from the European global model, and this is the chance of tropical storm formation. And you can see the probabilities are in the 30 to 50% bracket with the system coming up toward the Florida Peninsula. This is the deterministic European model, the 12Z run, valid Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, suggesting a tropical system coming in north of Tampa Bay. And again, understand it is very early. The system is not organized. This will change, but there could be a tropical storm in the Gulf of Mexico next week. Just something to watch for now. At the moment, it looks like the main impact, if this forms, will be southeast of Alabama. So Franklin is now packing winds of 60 miles per hour, a tropical storm that's just east of the Bahamas. This will likely become a hurricane over the weekend, passing west of Bermuda, and this will likely stay well east of the east coast of the United States. The ghost of Emily could become Emily again, but that's headed north up toward the North Atlantic, no threat to land. And Invest 92L out in the eastern Atlantic. This will be gaining latitude, and this will likely turn north, no threat to land. So again, at the moment, the only system that might affect the United States, it's that one, the system in the Gulf of Mexico, and we'll have much better clarity once this thing becomes organized and gets back over the water. Currently, it's over Central America. So model fans, let's go through the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 4. And it's the same story. Got the heat ridge, the higher heights a little west of here. And there could be a few isolated storms around tomorrow afternoon or evening. But the chance of any one spot getting a storm, only 10 to 20%. Highs upper 90s in most spots, much like today. Same thing on Saturday. There could be a storm, a brief storm in the afternoon, probably not many. The sky partly sunny with mid to upper 90s. Sunday, mid 90s. And again, isolated afternoon and evening storms. The chance of any one given spot getting wet, about 20%. And then Monday, we should see a marked increase in the number of scattered showers and storms as the ridge weakens, the air aloft becomes colder, and a front approaches. The high Monday will drop to near 90. Tuesday, that surface front slowly sagging through here will maintain the chance of showers and storms. Highs will be in the 80s in most spots. And this is Wednesday of next week. There's a chance a dry continental air mass could get in here. And if that's the case, we might see some lows in the 50s by Thursday morning of next week. In fact, here's a week from today, Thursday, the 31st of August, last day of meteorological summer. The ridge shifting off to the west, and again, we're in a dry air mass. And should be pretty cool in the morning with 50s and highs, most likely upper 80s. So let's go out 10 days. That stinking ridge tries to rebuild. This is Sunday, September 3rd. And if that's right, heat levels creeping back up with probably low 90s and maybe a few isolated storms. Here's a look at rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the GFS Ensemble. The mean between 1 and 2 inches between now and the 9th of September. Check the temperatures for Birmingham off the NBM National Blend of Models. And you can see mid to upper 90s tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, low 90s Monday, and then 80s for the rest of next week. And notice early Thursday morning, it's got 63 for Birmingham. Many spots will likely be in the refreshing 50s, so it's going to feel much, much better next week. And hot off the presses, got the brand new CPC guidance. This is for the period September 1st through September 2nd. And again, with that rebuilding ridge, temperatures would be a little above average if this forecast happens to verify. Had a great time today over at Rainbow Omega in East Teboga, East Alabama. Marvelous, marvelous ministry, serving so many adults. Just a great, great time today. Tomorrow, I am going to be in Carroll County, Georgia at Roopville Elementary School. Been there before. That's a great school. Looking forward to seeing all the students and teachers there. And then don't forget on Saturday, it's a book signing in Columbiana at Leaders Corner Coffee and Tea right there on Main Street, 9 to noon. And if you've never been to one of these, we have a great time. We take a lot of pictures. A lot of folks share weather stories. We've got the hats and the shirts. And, of course, all the books. We'll personally sign those. So, again, Leaders Corner Coffee and Tea, Saturday morning, Columbiana, 9 to noon. Hope to see you guys there. And don't forget, you can join us on the TV side right across the hall in Studio A, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.